Hey, how's it going, guys? This is Tom from UDS with another edition of UDS Interviews, our series where we chat to interesting people from around the world. Now, my guest this week is a band who harken back to the golden era of pop punk, with catchy hooks, authentic, heartfelt lyrics, as well as a healthy, sense of humor. Everything you need. They are definitely set to be the soundtrack to the summer. Here to talk all about their upcoming release, it is my pleasure to introduce Dan, Danny, Schuyler and Toby of arguably the most handsomest band performing today, Ohio's own As Time Fades. I'm not lying, guys. How's it going?
It's going great.
Good. How are you?
All the better for chatting to you guys. I really do appreciate you being on the show. So for the people who may have stumbled across this video who haven't heard of you guys yet, would you mind just quickly introducing who As Time Fades are?
Yeah, I guess we should do intros. Hey, I'm Skylar. I play bass in the band.
I'm so sorry I pronounced your name wrong.
It's no worries. It's super tricky.
I'm so
like
sorry.
No one really gets it. They're like Schuyler, Schuyler. It's Skylar. It's no biggie.
I'm very sorry.
I am Danny. I play lead guitar and backup vocals.
Okay, I'm Dan, and I do lead vocals and rhythm guitar.
Awesome.
And I'm Toby, and I play drums.
Lovely stuff. So that's kind of like the technical, the musical side of you out of the way. But I wanted to get to know the real you as well. And the way I like to get to know my friends a little bit better, first of all, is getting their names correct. But secondly, it is to ask the hard-hitting questions. And that is, if each of you individually was a type of sandwich, what kind of sandwich would you say best represents you as a person?
Such an interesting question.
Damn, coming out the gate with the hard questions, Tom.
Man.
Can we swear in this? Is that cool?
Oh, yeah. Hell
okay,
yeah.
Sweet. Awesome. Fuck yeah.
Damn, I wasn't ready for this.
I'll go first. So I'm actually real weird and don't like bread. So I think I'd be like a lettuce wrap, like turkey and ham with pepper jack cheese, and like get some sprouts in there. And like, fantastic.
That does sound great.
Huh.
The pressure is very much on.
Sandwiches.
Probably be a tuna sandwich, because who actually likes tuna sandwiches?
Oh, Toby!
No. Tuna sandwiches are the best. I would definitely eat you.
I don't know, man. Huh? I'm more of a BLT kind of guy. Gotta love that bacon.
Oh, yeah. I'm a big fan of BLT.
That's where I'm at.
They're one of those things that I feel like you have to make them yourself, because at least in the UK, when they do the BLTs in the packaging in the supermarket or stores or stuff like that, the bacon is always weak, weak. You need to make that crispy on the pan, and then you're onto a winner.
I always make them at home, and then I put an egg on top. Call them belts. So good.
Wow, Chef Dan.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say I'm an egg salad sandwich kind of
egg
guy.
Sandwich.
Yeah, egg salad. Yep.
I can very much dig it. You are a delicious sounding bunch. I'm very much looking forward to seeing, when you put that all together, what kind of sandwich As Time Fades are. I get very much sidetracked by sandwich talk, so we should probably get back to music. That is your upcoming EP, Trustful, is out just around the corner, really, dropping July 16th. Would you mind just telling us a little bit more what people can expect from it?
Oh yeah, they can expect like super catchy pop punk riffs. We have a guest feature on one of the songs where he screams. It's going to be a super fun album.
Yeah. We take people on an emotional roller coaster. Like there's some sad, like slow acoustic songs. There's just like absolute bangers of songs, at least from our own opinion. But it's just 7 tracks of awesome music.
So we really took our time and really like hammering out, what our sound is, I guess. So it's gonna be good.
I mean, I've been lucky enough to hear it, and I think everything you have said is absolutely correct. There is bangers, there is a roller coaster of emotions, and there is very much a little bit of screaming. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to people hearing this, but I want to get to know a little bit more about it. So, was this recorded during sort of COVID times, or was this something that's been bubbling on since before then?
We recorded this last summer, June and July of 2020. So it was like well in the initial like rise of like lockdowns and all sorts of COVID restrictions. But the writing has been going on since our last release in 2018. It just took a while for us to figure out like what the heck we were doing, what sound we wanted. But yeah, it's been a long time coming for this one.
Awesome.
Yeah, we were originally going to go into the studio, I think around May.
No, our first original date was like doing January in 2020. And then we're like, we got to push that out. And like, we were going to go early May, and then COVID happened. We're like, oh, we're going to have to like kind of play this by ear with our producer. So it's like, we don't know what we'll be allowed to do.
Yeah, because we didn't know what was going on. Because like they started, they introduced a lockdown back in March, and then they started canceling. Like we had a weekender in Chicago planned, I think in April. Is that right? And then that got canceled, and there's one after the other, man. Just everything just kind of fell through. So
sad times. But it was Seb Barlow from Neck Deep that had a hand in this, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah. We were super excited to work with him.
That's awesome. My country folk, I've got to rep them. But you mentioned that there is a guest feature with some screaming, which, if we're going to spoil it now, is by the fine folk from Elbow Room, one of your Ohio brethren. How did that connection come about? Because they've been on the show before. They are lovely, lovely guys, and it's really nice. It's sort of the Upside Down Shark extended universe, sort of like merging together when two people have chatted working together. I'm like, oh shit, that's cool. So yeah. How did that come about?
Do you guys want me to take this one?
Yep.
Yeah.
I gotta plug in my computer.
Oh, no worries. So when we wrote Invisible, we were like, yeah, this sounds cool, but like it's just missing something. And that's when we were like, oh, we should have a scream like happen in the bridge. And at that time, like none of us could scream. Like, well, we do know Elbow Room, like Benjamin Scott, dude's got an awesome scream. We're like, let's reach out to him and like he can be the scream feature, and then like we can learn to scream on our own just in case he can't be at a show to do that little spot for us. And like we reach out to him, send him the song, we're like, yo, let us know what you think about the track and if you'd like want to hop on it and like help us round out the final bit of it. And he's like, yeah, absolutely, this thing sounds awesome. So we had him in the studio one day. He knocked it out in like 10 minutes. Like it was insane.
Yeah, killed it.
He was like, awesome. Okay, yeah, we're done here.
So is there like a pretty good, obviously being tucked away in the southeast of the UK, I don't really know too much about the Ohio punk scene, but is there a good music scene where you guys are rocking up?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We play most of our shows in Cleveland, and there's a slew of bands ranging from like indie and pop projects all the way to like metal leaning projects, but the scene's pretty strong.
Awesome. I must make a visit sometime because I've only been to the States once, and it was California, which I feel like isn't like the best representation of like the States as a whole. So yeah, I've managed to make quite a few friends through this show in Ohio, so I think that will be my next stop.
Oh heck yeah.
I would really enjoy that. But another thing about the EP, beyond the music, which I've been absolutely obsessed with, is that album artwork. It is rad. It is so cool. Could you just tell us a bit about how you sort of picked that and how that was created?
Yeah, I'll let you guys take this one. I don't want to be the only one speaking.
Yeah, so there is an artist who actually did the art for Cellular Scores. I think their EP, I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head.
I'm blanking, but they did it for their first and second full length, I believe.
And we saw that, and we loved the art. So his name is El Duane Magno. We reached out to him, and he's doing all of the art for our like merch, singles, album, obviously. But yeah, we came up with the name Trustfall because we're kind of just trusting this EP and trusting our fans to like get this to be our job. And we've always had a space theme, kind of. So we just had the element of the guy falling into space, into the void, hoping something will catch him.
Hell yeah. I mean, I haven't seen it on your website or any of your socials, but I was like crossing my fingers there was going to be some sort of physical release of the EP, because I want that framed on a wall somewhere. That is so cool. That's so cool.
Fear not. We're figuring out some final supply chain stuff like with manufacturers, but there will be physicals coming. You've heard it here first, folks.
Music to my ears, very much music to my ears. I am looking forward to that. But beyond the EP, sort of looking a little bit more forward, what is sort of the situation in terms of live music where you guys are at the moment? Because I know obviously everything was locked down for a while and things are slowly starting to reopen. Have you got shows booked? Have you got stuff in the pipeline coming up soon?
We're working on stuff currently in Ohio. Shows are back. Some venues have decided to keep up with like distance seating, where it's like, hey, you can get a table of like 4 or 6, like this is your area, and split it out like that. But shows are coming back like just right now, like over the next like month or so. We're just not going to try and book anything just to give people time to get vaccinated, and like we want first and foremost our fans to be safe at shows and then ourselves. So we're giving a little bit of buffer time, but we'll be back this fall.
Very exciting.
Yeah, we have some stuff, but we just can't.
Yeah, we can't speak on it, but we're working on some stuff.
No, that is understandable, and as much as I love a scoop, I know when contracts and everything like that is all involved. That you gotta play it by the rules. But I'm hoping sometime, maybe in the not too distant future, either I make it out your guys' way, or you can make it to the UK, because that would be dope.
I love that.
That would be a dream. We've got our like internet friends out there that play in a band called Drag Me Down that I'd absolutely love to tour around the UK with. That'd be fun.
I haven't checked those guys out. I've never heard the name before. I will definitely have to look them up.
Oh yeah, check them out. They're fantastic.
Awesome. Well, I'm not too far away from London, so if you could book a London show, that would be just fine. I'll show you.
Oh heck yeah!
I'll show you the best bars, place to eat, everything. I'll sort you guys out. Don't worry.
Oh, absolutely.
That'd be awesome.
I look forward to it. But here at UDS, in sort of but before we look too far ahead, here at UDS, we don't just talk about music, we talk about the breadth of pop culture. So we talk about movies, video games, comic books, everything that we find cool, we tend to have a chat about it. So with that in mind, if you could have one of your songs featured in anything at all, nothing's off the table, what would it be?
Ooh. I think we should all give an answer for this.
I agree. I agree.
It can be featured in anything.
I'm thinking a Marvel movie. I'm a huge Marvel nerd.
Oh shit,
man.
You're going
That'd
big.
be awesome.
Damn.
It's a big question, I know.
Yeah, I mean, some kind of movie. I couldn't tell you like what kind of movie I would want to feature it in, but I mean, anything would be sweet. I mean, just
yeah, I'd want to see our stuff in like, doesn't matter what movie house is making this, but like just like a coming of age movie with like just a bunch of high school like punk kids like figure out how the heck to do music. Like I think that'd be fun.
I can definitely see that. Sort of like, as I say, your guys' sound like as much as it's sort of, it's definitely got that contemporary modern edge, it definitely has that real nice nostalgic flavor to it, and it sort of reminds me of sort of the vibes I used to get as a kid watching, well, not as a kid, but like watching American Pie and stuff like that, like those teen comedies. I would love to see like a revival of something like that with one of your guys' songs in it. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, that'd be super fun.
What about you, Toby? Did you say yours?
No. I just, a TV show would be great. I can't really.
or like a
boring answer, but
Broadway musical, a musical about As Time Fades. That'd be so
yeah, of course.
Danny, you're just swinging for the fences.
Let's go for it.
That's amazing. Oh man, I love a good cheesy musical, like anything
same.
like that. Particularly, if there is a bit of a rock or a punk edge, there's not enough of that sort of stuff. But oh my god, I would love that. Because I think like didn't American Idiot, the Green Day album, that ended up being a stage show, didn't it? So
Yep.
Yeah, I did.
There's a precedent. There's a precedent here that we could definitely go down. So I'm digging it. But I'm digging. I'm sorry, Toby. I'm not going to let you let this slide. What are you watching at the moment? What TV are you watching at the moment?
What am I watching at the moment? It's probably something embarrassing.
There is nothing embarrassing. I watch so much trash.
Oh no,
you can't surprise me.
Let's see. Let me go to my Netflix.
You have to look it up.
Frick. I don't know. What am I watching?
We used to watch The Office a lot, right?
I did watch The Office a lot, but that's kind of like a cop-out answer, just because everybody watches The Office.
That's true.
It's
I don't watch The Office.
I mean, the American Office is way better than the UK Office, and I will say that as a Brit. The UK Office is poor compared to the American Office. Just blows it out of the water, 1000%. But I don't know. I could see Dwight Schrute like rocking it out as Fade's album show. That'd be amazing.
Yeah,
Like full like office gear like that. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, great choices. Cool. So that is kind of the last, I say serious question, like as serious as the questions I have asked you have gotten. So the last traditional question that we have is, we are called Upside Down Shark, and don't ask me why we're called Upside Down Shark. It is a name we thought up many, many years ago, and frankly, we're in way too deep to change it now, so we're stuck with it. But be that as it may, what are your guys' favorite sharks? And they could be real, they could be fictional, they could be a shark from nature or a shark from a movie or anything like that. But what would you say your favorite shark is? And again, this is sort of for each member.
Ooh.
Shark. I like the sharks from Finding Nemo.
They are very cool.
They are
very
cool sharks.
What is that movie called? I'll get to it. Come back to me.
Okay.
Trying to think of it.
I saw a shark at the beach, North Carolina. Does that count? Like
Absolutely. Was it a like a big shark?
Small. No, it was a small one. But yeah, sharks, dolphins. It's pretty cool.
Absolutely. I mean, I got one behind me, sort of like just floating about there. But yeah, I'm a big fan of sharks.
It's a wonderful graphic.
I got to get the branding out there somewhere. I'm a shill for my own stuff, but
you gotta be.
That's it. If no one else will do it, if you don't do
it.
What about you, Skylar?
Oh God, I was gonna say Finding Nemo sharks, but Danny stole that from me.
I mean, you can double up. There's 3 of them there. You just got to pick one each.
That's true. That's true.
Now, is the movie called Shark Tale? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
You remember that? Those sharks. That one shark that he doesn't eat like other fish or meat or anything. He can't do it.
My favorite. Jack Black voices it, I think.
So.
Yeah.
I haven't watched that movie in so long, but those sharks are funny.
I haven't watched that film in so long, but that is good. It kind of got buried by Finding Nemo and kind of like the aquatic animated kids films, but Shark Tale was good. It had like Martin Scorsese in it and shit like that. That's mad. But, man.
Can I amend my answer or change it?
Absolutely.
Was it Shark Boy and Lava Girl? That was
oh my God. Yeah, Taylor Lautner before his fame in the Twilight series.
Yep.
Well, you know what? We'll go with a group of sharks. We'll do the sharks from Sharknado.
Oh,
hey, I was waiting for someone to say that.
Love a good crappy like thriller movie.
Absolutely. There is sort of like a bell curve that like films are either, they're really good, they're just kind of average, and it's like or they're so bad that they are better than anything else. And I love a good crappy film. So,
yes.
Sharknado has because I think there's like 5 of them now. There's like an insane amount of Sharknado films.
They've just really leaned into like people are watching this because they know it's bad film.
They are partaking, getting very high and watching these films, and it's great. It's great. So we've managed to talk about sandwiches, sharks, and all kind of weird stuff today. It's been a great time having you guys on. Thank you so much for your time. The last real question I have for you is, until they can see you at a show or, meet up in person, where can people find you guys online?
Everywhere. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram as As Time Fades, or As Time Fades Band on Instagram, and on Twitter at As Time Fades. We've got a YouTube channel. We're working on some content for that to keep people more engaged there instead of just like, hey, we release music. We're going to try and get some more stuff flowing out for folks there. But we're also have our own private social media as well. You guys want to check that out if you like what we post. Like I shit post a lot on Twitter.
Very good. I know who I'm following tonight. Yeah, we will put everything in the description below so everyone can find it down there. So yeah, guys, honestly, it's been a pleasure chatting to you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us. This was fantastic.
Anytime.
Talk to me, stay with me. They're not worth your time anyway. I guess I didn't need them.